Welcome if you're new here, welcome back if you've been here before. We are going back into Makeup by Mario, Ethereal Eyes Moonlight palette. And this is what it looks like. We're grouping together, well, we're doing looks according to how it was grouped on Sephora. And so I did just write down the placement, not the numbers. So this is like EM1 to 4, 5 to 8, 9 to 12. And the upper left quad, am I looking at the wrong way? Upper left quad, I'm thinking that must be here because it says Gunmetal Glam. And lower right quad is Neutral Shine. So we're going to do these 4 on one eye for look number 3. And we're going to do these 4 on this eye for look number 4. And yes, I do prefer to do complete looks. But when I did that with the Roxa palette, that video was really long. So we're just going to try and shorten it up and do this. And so we are going to start with chapstick. And this is Holiday Cocoa. I did not, damn it. I do curse having to tell y'all. I didn't prime my lids yet. Fenty Brows, of course, y'all. I was excited to open up backups. Fenty Foundation, Fenty Primer Soft Matte, and the foundation I wear shade 335. That is on my face, and I have Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place Flawless Wear Concealer for under eyes and around my nose. And for under eye, I only put like a dot here, and a dot here, like where the hollow is. A dot here, and a dot there. And I just put like, you know, a few dots across. And I actually had to go back and do 2 more dots like here and here for where the redness is, because my mustache area right here was looking disrespectful, and then the redness was like, we want to come to the party, and I'm like, no you're not. So we're going to actually, in case anyone is new here, I will do the intro while I prime the eye. I forgot to tell you, it's always like an afterthought, so I always kind of forget. We have, both of these are Color MAC Excess Gel Pencil Eyeliners. This one is Stage 5 Clinger. That's on lower lash line here and inner and upper rims. And for this side, for the Gunmetal Glam, we have, I was looking at my paper again. This one is Stay the Night, which is like a navy blue. I'm going to get rid of the black one because it was really irritating my eyes. And even just putting it on my lower lash line, it was still really irritating my eyes. And so I'm like, I need to just let it go. And yes, I am sweaty. So we're going to powder down and all that after we finish the eyes. And I will be doing a full face tutorial for the professional membership level for people who want to see certain things or to learn specific things. And I'm too far to get to them to do it in-person lesson, but you're free to join that one too. But it is more expensive because it is a professional makeup level type stuff, and if I were in person, it would still be more than what the membership is for that. But anyway, I do have a membership here as well. Just a regular one is $2.99 a month if you're interested in that. Some of the perks are you get to make requests. I do members only polls, and I ask questions for the members, and they let me know what they want to see. So they have input into the content that I'm putting out on this channel. So if you would like to have some say, if you want things to be a little more personal than just watching and commenting, which I do appreciate, that is the way to do that. Or if there's something specific or you have an idea or a series you would like me to do, that's the way to get that started. So I call this the Crazy Troll Nation of YouTube. The crazy because I start talking about stuff and forget that I was supposed to be doing the intro. The crazy is just accepting yourself for who you are and how you are, regardless of how you are, and not being overly concerned with what people may think about you or how you act or how you speak or whatever. Just be your authentic self. The troll part is not caring too much about the beauty community standards. You set the standard for yourself. Not most, there's a lot of channels on here that will say, if you want this look, you have to use this brand, this tool, this technique. And I'm telling you, try all the things if you want to, but you set the standard for yourself. Wear what you want to, whatever brand, use whatever technique, use whatever tools to get your makeup on in a way that you are satisfied with. The bottom line here is self-acceptance and self-love, embracing your natural features, enhancing them if you want to, when you want to, but never feeling like you have to. Love yourself for who you are and for how you look, even when you're not wearing face paint. So I hope that resonates with you. That's what we stand for here. 2 things, you already found out one of them. I do curse. And there's an organism that lives in my throat that randomly hiccups, gurgles, and belches. And I do say, excuse me, whether I think you heard it or not. So we're going to go back and forth. The brushes that we're using today, and I have like 8 of these, I think. These are Esom V27s. I think I have at least 4 of these. These are Hourglass number 6, Fenty 220, and Esom V09. That's what we're going to be using for our face. For eyeliner on our upper lash line, we're going to be using a MAC 220. I pulled out a green from Inglot to use. It's going to be, so we're going to funk it out in a good way. I may change my mind, but right now I'm thinking to use number 86 Inglot AMC Gel Eyeliner for upper rims. And this was in my Notoriously Morbid Advent calendar, and I've been like really anxious and excited to use this. But this would be really funky, but it would play off of the liner, I think, if we do the green. But so we're going to get into this palette. So this is going to be look number 3, Gunmetal Glam. Y'all, I am so excited for this. So we're going to take this shade, which would be 5, 6, 7, 8, 7. This would be number 7. Oh my gosh, did y'all see this? A chunk just fell off. I'm shaking it into my makeup trash, and it is not shaking off the palette. So I'm using a brush to wipe it off. Oh my Lord, look at, now it's down here. Y'all. Okay, I don't think I knew this was like this when I did the swatches, but we're gonna put this on the first half of the lid. Oh my gosh, I am excited about this. I am also excited, like right now, to try this over a black base or even a brown base. It wants to be chunky, but it's not. Well, no. Let me take that back. It wants to be flaky, but it's not. But the way I first put the brush in it, a chunk did fall down here, and it wouldn't shake off. So I had to use my brush. I tried to pick it up, and it wouldn't do that. And right now I'm using my finger to get it off of here. And I did put the palette this way on my cloth down here to get it off. And so it seems like it'll stay wherever it goes, which is a good thing. That is a really good thing. So we're going to switch to a clean one of these brushes, and we're going to go into number 4, this one up here. These are really smooth. I like these. Oh my gosh. I did want to circle back to this quicker than I did, because it came in either around the same time that I got Roxa, but for some reason I just wanted to see what Roxa was going to do, because I wasn't sure about it. But looking at this, I'm like, I know I'm gonna rock this. I mean, I did rock Roxa too, but I knew, you know, looking at the groupings, I'm like, I knew what to expect as far as what the looks would look like. And so my mind was, okay, do the palette that you're not really sure about. You know what I'm saying? And so that's why I did all those looks with Roxa, even though I was excited to get back to Mario, because I do like the first 2 looks that I did. The formula, I think, is really nice. This is my first Mario palette, and I am excited to have it. I am excited to have it. I don't know if, now you see how this is darker, but this is the shade. This is the same shade. So it is buildable depending on how you apply it, what part of the brush you use. That's this shade, this corner shade. And y'all know, if you've been here, I do like dark, murky, swamp water stuff, smoky looks. And so, do I got fallout on my face? I sure do, which is okay because we didn't powder down yet. The Fenty does dry down on itself. This is a brush I use for primer and foundation, which I do mix on my palette. And so it is taking it off. And so if I need to, I'll just put on a little bit more primer. Excuse me, a little bit more foundation under there. But this is what we have for this side. Oh, that's nice. We're going to move over to the lower right quad, neutral shine, so it's going to be neutral. But we're going to take this shade. So we're going from light to dark, and I'm going to coat both sides of these brushes, both sides of this brush, and this does kind of just blend into my skin tone, gives me some shine. And I'm flipping the brush over. The one thing that I was like, this shade and this shade do not look much different. Yes, this is a little darker, but I do really feel like if I put these side by side, it would just kind of blend into the same shade. But looking at it, this one is more silver. This has a little bit of brown in it. but still, it's like, they're just kind of close in tone. And for these three, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, they have on the Sephora website, use alone or for layering. This shade is a shifty shade. The undertone in here is blue. When I patted it over, this gray, this black, this blue, this brown, it did turn it varying shades of blue. And so this is not the same formula as these three. And so I know people are saying, you know, these three here, but no, this is a different type of shadow. These three are the standalones, or, you know, just your one and done, or layer them. So these three are more so just topper shades. Excuse me. So we're going to put that down. I hope I don't get these brushes mixed up. What does it matter now? Now we're going to take this one. This one is a little more gritty than the one we just used, and more gritty than these two. These two were smooth. This one was smooth. Even though this one was smooth, it did get kind of flaky. Well, it did get flaky. So we did, I didn't mean to take that all the way to the outer corner. I was going to put that that gray over there, but we can still do that. Hopefully this won't fall out all over my face. And we have an outer corner shade for this side too. So this is this shade down here. So, wow, this really just disappears into my complexion. But it's pretty though. If you just want some easy shine, here you go. And this is why I was thinking, what if I did like the green liner? Because first I thought do black over here and do brown over here. But y'all know I like to do different types of stuff. And I'm like, that's typical. And I don't like to be typical. And so that's what made me think of the green. And to put it on both sides. I can't really see if it's here, but I'm sure it is because I see the shine. But it does show up, which is great. So we're going to take this Hourglass number 6 brush, and we're going to go into this gray shade. And I did have this for outer corner, but then I put this here, which I'm surprised at how dark it got. And y'all know I like that because I like dark shadows. But so we're just going to put this here, see if it'll pull out a little bit. I did put primer out here, but sometimes it just doesn't matter. And so, because I did this line so sharp, and then I just touched down the brush where I didn't want to touch it down. So, but we're going to clean this up when we finish the face. I admit that I am liking finishing the face later because it is easier to clean up when I do have fallout. Because I used to not care, and I still kind of don't. But since that class, y'all, I'm paying more attention to a lot of the little things, like for real. So we're going to tap in just a little bit again and get down here closer to the lash line. This is pretty. I want to do the back and forth. Let's just do it. I should have did this with the brush that had the gray, just to further blend this shade with this one, like here in the middle. But I do like how that looks. And we are going to put a shade up here for a transition. But this is kind of nice though. This is looking a little sharp. So what I'm going to do is this brush that we use for this gray, I'm just going to tap very lightly and just put it on top of that number 4 shade. Usually I hold palettes upside down. But because there's no names, I don't want to possibly confuse anybody. So I like with that. Ooh, that's nice. So we're going to take a clean one and we're going to go into this shade down here because that's going to go on outer corner over here. So again, this is Neutral Shine, how these shades were grouped together. And they were just grouped together in a picture. It wasn't an eyeshadow look. So I'm just doing my own color combination. And this is Gunmetal Glam. I really like this palette. Other videos I saw, they were comparing the formula to his earlier palettes, but I can't do that because I didn't get it. I remember when I swatched this, I was just like, oh my gosh, this is so rich. And I do like this because then you can, you know, deepen up your look. And that's what saves it for me, is this gray, the black, the blue, and the brown. And knowing that this is dark too, I'm just like, ooh, so that adds a little something, something. We're gonna bring this up here, even though we do have a transition shade, just to blend that over like how we did this one. But this could be the look, like you don't even need to, and not that you need to do anything, just do what you want to do. But I'm really liking how these are looking. Like for real. Oh my gosh, I am so excited. So we're trying to pull this out just a little bit. I like how these are working together. So even though I do have shades to use for transition, I'm satisfied with it the way it looks right now. Like for real. I'm sweating. Why was it 77 degrees again today? Like what the hell? This is the shadow that, this gray right here. So we're going to take a clean one, and we're going to take the last shade in this quad, the Gunmetal Glam, and this is what we're going to put for our transition. We're going to tap it first because I just want to see what it looks like before I just go in and start swiping. And it looks light, and I don't think it looks dusty. Actually, it doesn't. Ooh, that's this shade. If you couldn't see me, I apologize. I feel like I'm holding it low, and I think because I'm self-conscious about the mirror blinding you or the glares because the packaging is reflective. And so we're going to bring it out here. So we're going to follow this line and then bring it underneath. So we're going to go up here and then come out and come under. Oh my gosh, we're going to go in again because I want to put some more where this line is right here in the middle. Oh, and that worked. Oh man, y'all, put that down, take a clean one, and we're going to go into this shade for neutral shine. So that's all 4 in this quad, and this is 4 for this quad. And we're going to do the same thing. We're just going to tap it first, and this one is a little bit lighter. This shade right here, so this one does show up more, so we're not going to put as much, but we're still going to follow the wing shadow out and come underneath. And so that's how we're going to do that. And we're not going to put any more because this, it's borderline ashy. It's borderline ashy. The brush that had the brown, I'm not putting more shadow on the brush, but we're just going to lightly just buff by going back and forth over that shadow, just to tone down some of the ash. And it wasn't bad. If it was a thinner line, it would look better, but because it was thicker, that's when it was looking kind of ashy. So, but that's Gunmetal Glam and Neutral Shine. Y'all, these looks for lower lash line, what is this? 5220. What do I want to put? Excuse me. I want to go in with this one to put on my lower lash line. I'm going to use the mirror and the palette, and hopefully this won't like flake up into my eye. Oh, y'all. Is my foundation separated? What? I am sweating and it's starting to come through the foundation, like right here and right here. It looks like little beads of sweat, which is what, I don't know if you can see that. And it looks like white powder. What the hell? I need to figure this out. Like, what is that? Because it looks like powder right here too. You know what? It might have been that shadow. So I'm like, why does it look like beads of sweat? But then it looked like powder, and it was powder. So it was one of those shades. I don't know which one, but it was tan. So I'm wondering if it was this one. That was so friggin' weird. We're gonna take a clean one, and we're gonna go into. We're gonna go into. I kind of want to do the brown. We're going to do this one. And we're going to put this on lower lash line over here. Since this is supposed to be one of the layering shades. Even though you can layer anything over anything that you want to. Here at the Crazy Troll Nation, we do whatever the heck we want to, and we rock it. Because you have to be satisfied with your makeup. I do like how that puts some shine under there. This is cute. This is really cute. Okay, so for brow bone, yo, I am sweating. For brow bone, And we don't even need to do one. Not that we need to do any of this. I don't think we're going to do a brown bone, because that's what I had these out for. Do I still want to do it? Yeah, we're going to go ahead and take this shade for brow bone up here. A thin brush to do a thin line. And that is it. And we're going to take a clean one and we're going to go into this shade. And we're going to do a thin line just where the arch is. We're not coming all the way over. So it's just here to the arch and right there. And that is that. The brush that had this shade on there, we're just going to lightly just feather over it. And the brush that had this shade, we're not adding shadow to it, we're just going to brush over where we put the brow bone shade. So that is it for the looks, y'all. I still want to do the green just to be funky in a good way, but I do think this might be a bit much. But you know what we're going to do? We're going to put this on and tap one of the shadows over top of it. That's what we're going to do. So when we come back, everything will be done and I'll let you know what we used. Which one of you would have dared to put this lipstick on for either this look or for this look? Me. And we did put the and we did put number 86 ink gel liner for the upper lash line, and this is looking way more green than this lip. But in person this looks more green, but it's looking not as green. Looking right here, down here in the mirror it looks green. So I hope you're seeing what I'm seeing down here, which is green. I did not tap it. I did not top it with any shadow. I did not put any shadow on it, but do we want to do that? That would make it shiny. We're going to do that, y'all. I'm going to do that with you here with me. And we're going to take an Esom V27 brush, a clean one. And let's do, we're going to do this one because this is the one that turned them other shadows like a bluish color. Even though these would just add, like, I think a nice shine. I just want to see. So let's do this. Oh! It's just making it look shiny green. Wow, this is cute. I like this. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I get like a little kid that gets so excited. Oh! If this color lipstick is too much for you, and I know some of you are probably saying, Troll, your favorite lip color is black. You got a neutral eye and you got a gunmetal smoky eye. Why didn't you do a black lip? Because I just really wanted to use this because it's a weird kind of color. The shade is called Utopia. As I said, it came in the Notoriously Morbid Advent Calendar, and those 13 products were exclusive to the Advent Calendar, so you cannot buy this. And I was wondering if it was going to remind me of Sea Queen from the Sephora collection. It's the Sea Queen. So Sea Queen is a little bit more blue. This in person is very green. But I was just excited to use it. So I'm like, we want to use it. Y'all know we be doing stuff. But if this color lipstick is too much for you, or if you're used to doing a colorful eye or a nude eye and having like a really nude lip, you could have tapped maybe this one on top of it. It'll make it shiny, but it might dull down some of the color. Like even sometimes when I do a black lip, I'll tap something over it, a shimmer over it, and it just adds like a nice kind of sparkle, and it makes it more interesting than just a black matte lip. But it's like, oh wow, and people are always like, oh my gosh, I love your lipstick, and I'm like, because in my mind I'm like, black lipstick with a shimmer shadow. So I'm really excited about this palette. So again, where's my paper? And then I'll tell you what we finished the face with. This says Gunmetal Glam. That's this eye, look number 3. This said Neutral Shine, look number 4. So this is this look, and this is this look. I am excited. So what did we do to finish the face? I did not put on any more foundation. We set the face with Fashion Fair Set It Loose Truly Tawny Powder. Both of my House Labs bronzers, deep level 10 and medium level 7. I picked a House Labs blush at random, and it was Watermelon Bliss, and I was like, ooh, is she working? I picked the House Labs highlighter at random. It was Raw Amber. So I was just like, okay. But you know what? All of Haus Labs face products, the bronzers, the blushes, and the highlighters, regardless of what as far as the blushes and the highlighters, regardless of what I randomly pick, it always works. Like, I wouldn't have thought raw amber with this. I would have thought fire opal, but it works though. You know what I'm saying? And then we did Hourglass Radiant Light under eye and over the face, and then we used Eternal Light, a little on the forehead, a little on the chin, and just a little on the cheek area, because this makes me toasty, but I like it because sometimes I need to be a little toasted. You saw the lip, you saw the eyeliner. Oh, mascara, Lancome Sills Boost mascara base, and Lancome Definitive Sills mascara. I keep thinking this is almost done because sometimes it feels dry going on, but then it's not dry going on. So I don't know. And Label Hoard Me here didn't put a label on it, so I don't know when I opened it, but I know it hasn't been like 6 months. And so that is it for these two looks, y'all. We're going to come back with look number 5 and look number 6. And then there's also a number 7. And those are also grouped together according to how they group them on Sephora. So if you need inspiration and you have this palette, look at what they did on Sephora. And I don't know if it's on his website too, because I've never gone to his website, but how they group them together, that's how we're doing it. And so I'm excited. Another look is just this column. Another look is this column. Another look is something else and something else. But I'm excited about it, y'all. I am digging it. I am digging it. I really am. The only shade that gave me fallout was this shade right here. This one. And whatever this was that was on my face, it had to have been this one. Yeah, because it was on this side mostly. So this is the only one that gave me fallout. These two are smooth. This one is smooth. That one is smooth. So it's just this one right here. And so let me go. Well, not let me go. I'm going to let y'all go. But hang tight, though, because we'll be right back for the next two looks. Thank you for hanging out. We're going to start with Vanilla Mint Chapstick. Y'all, I'm excited because these two shadow groupings is only 3 shadows per look. And what we're talking about is they had this column. Excuse me for the glare. Let me get the box. They had this column labeled as soft and sculpted. But we're going to do a smoky look. So it's not going to be soft and sculpted. But I do think most people would do it that way. But y'all know us trolls are not most people. And so this will be look number 5. We're going to do that over here. Look number 6, they had these 3 grouped together. And they have that labeled as Smoky Slate. It is going to be smoky. I'm going to do something I normally don't do, but it'll be reminiscent of the Carbon Smoky Eye we have to do. Because they said do a black base. We're not going to do a base though. Do a black base, put black on it, and then do a gray and then a brown. And so we have a matte black, a matte gray, and then like a shimmer, which this did show pretty dark. So we may layer on maybe the first half of the lid with this shade here. This will go on lower lash line over here, and maybe this lower lash line over here, just to see what it looks like, or maybe for brow bone. But I am excited. So I have nothing on my face except skincare. Yeah, I know y'all probably figured that out, right? You saw me put on chapstick. Brows, I put in some extra time with the brows, and I'm thinking I'm back on track here. We have out different color eyeliners for upper lash line and for, I think we're going to put in our brows, but we'll get to that later. So we have our 4 eyeliners. We have our brushes to use for those. We are ready to go, and the eyes are already primed with the Urban Decay Primer Potion. No, it's not. Is it? Yeah. Yeah. Let's just get into this look, y'all. I thank y'all for being here. So we are going to we're going to start out with Hourglass number 6 brushes. And we're going to take this shade down here. Oh, wow. I'm going to tap and swirl. So it's going to be all over the brush. And we're going to take this all over the lid. And this is something I normally don't do. And we're going to put it in the crease and slightly above the crease. So this is the new thing for me because I normally don't do this. But we're going smoky. So it says soft and sculpted. We're going smoky because y'all know we have to. And we're doing those other colors for well, I should say non-traditional colors for a liner for upper lash line, because we're going to just put some more color into this look. I'm tapping straight in because I want to pull this out. I do have primer out here, so we're going to see if, yeah. So I'm going to look straight. Should look in the mirror back here, so that way I can get right here without needing to raise my brows. And we're tapping straight in again to get in the crease because it's looking a little pale. And we're going to use the side of the brush to make sure we have it on the lid. Before I forget, because y'all know I usually do, we have one Matte Color Excess Graphic Gel Pencil Liner. Sick Tap Row is lower lash line over here. On inner rims for both eyes and lower lash line under here, we have Stay the Night. So that's what this color is. So I don't know why I always be like, oh, by the way, when it comes to the liners. And I think because I do it first, and the reason I do it first is so if my eyes tear, hopefully it'll stop before I start doing the shadow versus doing it last. But yeah, y'all, I'm excited about what this is going to look like. And this is not the typical color story I would purchase because of this half, but I'm liking the experimentation that we're doing to get different types of looks. Now we're going to take this black, we're going to tap and turn, tap and turn, tap and turn, tap and turn. We're going to start in the middle and then we're going to bring it in as we turn the brush. And I did think to just use, what is it, the V27s, and I have all 4 of them, and I said, you know what, let me just use the fluffy brush, especially because I'm going up here into the crease and the transition area, and I didn't want to deposit like too much color in one place, which is what I felt like the flat shader would do. And because we're doing with these dark colors, I didn't want to, what's the word? I was going to say something, but I was like, that ain't appropriate. I wanted to just go slow. But we are going to take it after I have this down and just put more on the lid. So we're tapping straight and tapping off. Oh, I'm going to look back here in the mirror. Because even, yeah, I can do it down here, but I would have to tilt my head downward to see the transition part up here. And I think that's all we're going to do with that for the transition area, because we are going to put that gray up there. Y'all, this can be your look for either one. Put on eyeliner, mascara if you want to, put something on lower lash line you want to, or just blend out the gel pencil liner that's under there. This could be your look. And put a light shade here, or just take a brush to really bring that in, and we are going to do that. But look how this is blending out though, like this right here. And take one of these standalone or layer shades and put on top, but that's not this look. And we only have one more look according to groupings, and it's these 3 shades. And so we may do similar to what we're doing today, but I kind of doubt it, because I try to do things different even within a palette, just so you can have an idea of what you can do with it. And if you don't have the palette, I'm sure you may have something similar. That line is straight, and so is this one. Something similar in your collection. Y'all, my hormones, I ain't never felt it like this before. Yeah, y'all, today is October 24th. I think I mentioned, did I? No, because my aunt called me earlier today and I was sleeping. My uncle, you know, I put it in a post for a members only post. My uncle's service is going to be November 2nd. And so, and I know my cousin is going through, the cheerleader mom. My aunt said, you know, have I been in touch with anyone? And I said, well, not since she called me a couple days ago to tell me he passed. And I said, I reached out to cousin a couple times and she hasn't replied. And she's like, yeah, she's going through. I said, I imagine she is, because she was before he passed, and she always replies back, even if it's the next day. Like if I text late at night, like 10 o'clock at night, she'll text in the morning when she gets up. And I did not hear back from her for either text. And so I'm like, she's really She's really struggling. And so I may just text her again. Well, actually, I'm going to text her again. This is the V27 from Esom. Just to let her know if she just wants a quiet place just to come sit, she's welcome to come here. Because home, she has her daughter, and she has her husband, and her mom, and pets. And so she may not be able to just have time to herself. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if she, I don't know if she went back to work. Well, no, you know what? No, because since he's passed, you know, they do give you a certain amount of time off. But, so I am just going to text her again just to let her know if you just want a place to just sit and not be responsible for anybody or anything, you know, she's welcome to come here. And where I am is quiet. I mean, every now and then I hear one of the dog next door barking, or the one on the far corner, their dog may be barking. But other than that, and because it's fall, like the kids aren't out riding their bikes and making noise and all of that. But so this could be your look, y'all. I'm excited. I don't like how this came down, but who did it? Me. So we're going to try to just fill in this gap. I think I am going to put, excuse me. When I put this on first after the lid, we're going to cover this up. And actually, no, it's not Amelia right there. For some reason, this just isn't going in that corner, and I'm sure it's the shape of the brush. And you guys are like, girl, what are you talking about? We're going to pretend it ain't there. So this is the brush that had the brown. So we're just buffing this out some more. I am super excited. Ooh. So now we're going to take this shade and we're going to put this in the transition. Oh, that's dusty. It was like poof. For the soft and sculpted. But we're going to start here and then we're going to bring it in. So this is the top of the transition line, and we're going to bring that into here. So that did, okay, it did soften it up. It's looking a little dusty over that brown, but it's not bad. It did kind of blend into, like down here I can definitely see the brown, and this is looking kind of gray on top of the brown, like right here. And you know what we're going to do? Let me make sure I don't get the brushes mixed up. We're going to take that brown on a clean Esom V27, and we're just going to pack some more on the lid. These are powdery. If you don't mind powdery shadows, that's fine. Like I don't mind powdery shadows. I really don't. I just know, you know, tap off anyway. And some people do feel it's a waste of product. And in a way it kind of is. But honestly, y'all, I've never panned an eyeshadow a day in my life since I started wearing makeup. This is the brush that had this shade on it. We're not adding more. We're just continuing to just do this. I'm going to put that down. And we're going to take this shade and go into the gray. We're going to tap straight in. Woo, 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 woo. And we're going to start out here just to see what it does. Ooh. Oh man, y'all. I am raising my eyebrows so I can kind of get in here. Oh, y'all. Wow. This is definitely smoky slate. Well, it's not slate yet till we get to that shimmer black. But yeah, you can see it did soften it a lot. Oh, and we're bringing it way up. Way up. I'm excited. Oh, y'all. So now I'm like, oh, this side is starting to tear. Oh, gosh. Right in here, I can see a patch coming. Damn it. We were doing so well. So if it's looking dark right here, it's because it's wet, and so the shadow is looking dark in that one spot. Damn it. It didn't even feel like it was tearing either. All right, so where are we? Why do we have out 3 of these? Did I get, oh, you know what? This is the one. Yeah, this had the gray on it because I just went like this and I see the gray. So that was this shade. Okay. Y'all, I'm excited. So we're going to put these 3 away because we did not use those. We are going to, we're going to take this shade and we're going to put under our brow bone up here. I do imagine most people wouldn't do the placement the way I did. You know, put that dark brown all over the lid like that. And yes, y'all know I do try to do things different than how I imagine other people will. So you can see just options and see different things. That is pretty, a little dusty. We're gonna take the brush that has this shade on it, and we're just gonna swipe it. We're only gonna swipe that way, so here and over. We're not doing the windshield wiper. So we're just trying to tone it down a little bit. Okay. Okay. And it did stop tearing 4 down. So let's not get too happy about that. And we're not going to do a brow bone over here. Actually, let's go back to this brush because we're going to also put this on lower lash line and just see if this eye is tearing down here, but that's okay because it ain't nothing down here. Just to see what this does over that brown. It is wet right here, that brown liner. Okay. Oh my gosh, this is so wet, this brush. Right here it is super wet. Now the whole brush is wet. Now over here feels wet, but it's because this was wet and I carried it over. I do. We're going to go funky in a good way with the eyeliners for our upper lash line. Y'all going to be like, girl, y'all know I got to do it. This brush is completely wet. That's ridiculous. Then we're going to take this shade and we're going to put those. I am so excited I can't speak. We're going to put this on our lower lash line. Oh, we were going to put it. Uh-oh, got my first half of the lid too. I really like this shade. Wow, I really like this shade. This eye is tearing. All right, let me take one of them brushes back, the V27. We're gonna go into this shade, the one we just put on our lower lash line. And we're just going to put this just on the lid, maybe a little into the crease. We're going to bring it up just a little bit. So we're going into the crease and transition just a little bit. And so now this is the transition because the crease is right here. So we're coming above that. Hey, I was going to do only the first half of the lid. Ooh, that's nice. Y'all, I'll be forgetting what I said I'm gonna do. I'm trying to get this in here, but I might need another brush to do that. Let's take this brush again and see if this is tearing. See if I can get this inside. You know what? There's no primer in here either, like right here. I don't know if you can see me. There's no primer right here. That might be why nothing's really staying in there. But we did wrap it. Right here it looks messy. So we're going to take a sponge tip. And actually foundation will cover it because I do take foundation there. Did that work? We're going to take the brush again that had, I think this had the smoke gray. And we're just going to do the top line between the shimmer gray and between this shade and this one. So just that line right there. And you can see the line too. Do we want to pretend this is like a cut crease? Because you can see that line. But like this you don't, but like this you do. I like this though. Ooh. So what we're going to do right now, I'm going to rock right now. I'm Rock Basin. I came to get down. I'm not internationally known, but I'm known to rock the Yo, I ain't tripping, but I'm known to rock the microphone. How was I doing duck noises? We are going to take this shade here, which is number 97 from Inglot. Y'all, I be really tripping, and it's okay. I'm having fun here. A sensible person would edit that out. But we're trolls here. We keep stuff in. Because I wanted to just put... Oh, that shows up nice. I'm going to avoid the inner corner for now. This shows up nice. Should I put this in my brows? I have a purple to put in my brows. Wow, y'all. This is perfect for a dark smoky lid. Because it does show up. We're going to bring this up here. And then we're going to come down to the lower lash line and bring that out. We didn't start lower lash line first like we normally do. This eye is tearing. So now lower, and this one is really frayed horribly too. And so as I'm swirling it, I'm turning it to try and get all the bristles together. Because it does make the line thicker. Because the bristles that are hanging out does have gel liner on it. So we're going to leave this like this, y'all. I kind of want to leave that blank. I really do, because it's wet. But the ink blot, once it dries, it pretty much dries. So we're going to do that. Do I want to put this? No, I'm not going to put that in the brows over there. We are funky. I think this purple made it like super dark before, didn't it? This was a MAC 210. This is a ESUM V09. Did that make it really... for some reason, I think it made it super dark. So I think I'm going to do the red. As if that ain't going to be different. You know what? Let's just stop tripping. The one we put on our lower lash line, we're going to... If we put that in the brows, it's going to be loud. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to just take Contemplative State, because that kind of blends in a way, but it'll still look like there's some color there. I have a gray fluid line that I could put up here in the brows, but I pulled out something else, but we'll probably keep changing our mind. I'm going to edit out everything with the face, y'all, because I don't want this to be super long, but I did want you to see what I was doing with the shadows and with the brows. Oh, this is Contemplative State MAC Paint Pot, not the fluid line. This is a MAC Paint Pot. I'm going to use the tip of the brush and do down here. Okay, that looks sensible. I think most people would like this, even though I know some looks people don't. And so it's just something different. Just add a little spice. And it does look more light over here because I have no hair from here to here. My brow hair stops right here. So that's why that looks like that. All right, so now we're going to take... I had out this blue to put for lower lash line on the other side, and this one is number 87. Because I just wanted something that was going to stand out against the smoke. But y'all, ooh, this one is frayed too, but not as bad as the one that we used for this eye. Okay. Turning and swiping, and too much is on the brush. So we're going to start in the middle. Yeah, that does show up. And that was just to get some off the brush. Oh, y'all, this was a good choice. Let me know if you use non-traditional liner colors for your upper lash line. Or do you just use black or brown or gray? And I know for some people it depends on your complexion. Like someone who's very fair, I think black would be too much. Unless it was like a goth look. But for most people, I think a gray would be okay. Even if they have a fair complexion, or even like a dark brown. But see, brown and black are typical eyeliner colors though. You know what I mean? And I do like having something different. That is nice. I like how both of these shows up. Oh my gosh. All right, do I want to put that in the brows? No, I have this out to put in the brows, also from Inglot. This is number 99. And I think we're going to do it. I don't think we did this one before. It would be sensible to put the gray there. But just how Contemplative State just makes my brows lighter, I think the gray might, I don't know. I don't think we put this in our brows before, the one we're using. So we're going to do it. Number 99 from Inglot. And I'm going lightly because this brush is very coated with liner. It is kind of just wanting to go. And because I didn't do my brows wide, this brush is still almost too wide. Like eyeliner is coming down here. Oh man, which is okay as long as I get it even. Oh my gosh, y'all, I am just okay, I like this though. I'm excited for Fabulous 50osity coming for me to do her face. And I did a members only poll asking what type of look they thought I should do, because she didn't say anything. She just said, I'm looking forward to what you're going to do. But I want to do something that she likes. And I remember when she had got her face done somewhere else before, she said she didn't like it. And so I don't want to do anything that she's going to be like, oh my God, let me just hurry up and go home and wash it off. You know what I mean? I will have lunch here for when she gets here, so it's not like she'll have anywhere to go before she goes home, but I don't want her to be self-conscious about whatever look that I do. You know what I'm saying? So I need to clean up under here. I don't know whether to, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take a clean, I only have 2 of those brushes. Okay. We're gonna take this brush. This is a Scott Barnes number 60 that I very seldom, if ever, use. And we're just gonna go straight under here to make that gel liner line straight. I like it. It's brighter than I thought, even though it is a shimmer. But I do like my brows though, because they're almost symmetrical, like in the center. So now what we're gonna do, we're gonna edit out putting on Fenty 335 and the corresponding primer. Excuse me, we're gonna, oh, excuse me, belching a hiccup. Go girl, high five. Thank you. Fashion Fair said it loose powder and truly tawny. I'm grabbing Sigma bronzers, Sigma highlighter, and the Sigma powder blush. All of these sent by Bestie, except one of the bronzers was a free gift with purchase. And I don't know what lip we're gonna do, because y'all know I want to do a black over here, but brown. Do we want to just do 2 different lips? I'll think about that when we come back. Oh, mascara. We're going to do Lancome Sills Boost Mascara Base and Lancome Definitive Sills Mascara. And then when we come back, everything will be done. Yeah. I'm tripping. Y'all, when we say we're going to do something different. So this lip, we put, we lined with chocolate chip, Those Are Colors Nima Tang lip liner, and we put on this lipstick that came in the Notoriously Morbid advent calendar. So that's this side. So this is the so this is the brown side. This side we did retractable lip liner from NYX, and the shade is Black Lips. So we line the lips on this side and we put on Max Caviar. So what I'm thinking now is, y'all, I'm digging it. I kind of wish that I didn't put that blue up there and maybe put the gray, because it's like and I think that might be a little too much for some people, but in a way it kind of plays off the blue we put for upper lash line. And so, but also it does add a little something extra to the look, because I was thinking this would have been too bright to put up top, which it is brighter than this, but because this is a shimmer, and I could, you know what, let's just, I don't have another one of them, shoot, another one of them. I only have 2 of these. These are probably the only brushes I only have 2 of, except for the E49 from Sigma that Bestie sent me. So we're using this brush. This is a clean one. I have 2 of these. Number 60. And we're going to take Fluid Line. This is MAC Paint Pot and Midnight Snack. That is a gray. So we're going to just put this here, because I really don't like how bright that is. And so I'm hoping that the gray will tone it down. It's making it darker, which is good, so it's not as shiny. You can still see the blue, but it's not like boom pow. Now it's just like boom without the pow. That's what I think. Let me know. I think this is more palatable, and I think this is something that someone being adventurous would play around with, and not that bright blue. But it was different though. See, this is cool. Lipstick applicators, y'all be using these so much. We're going to take some more. If it was not such a thin brush, I could have done this quicker, which is why we used these in the first place. Now I'm like, do I want to get more of these? Because I really only have 2. Oh, you know what? I have credit for Esom. I know I mentioned it before, and they did tell me when their sale is coming up. So maybe I'll get a couple more of those. I do want their flat edge, well, they're angled, I should say, V27s, even though the ones I have work for me fine. And I have like 8 of them, so I really don't need any more Esom brushes. I think this is more palatable because it's a little more dark. So, y'all, this is the finished look. Yeah, I told y'all the Sigma stuff we were using in the foundation. I did not put on any concealer. I am digging it. So if you're having trouble seeing, that's this side. This is look number 3, and it was described as, well, the color grouping was described as soft and sculpted. I do just think it's really smoky and not sculpted. This side, this color grouping was smoky slate, and it is smoky slate. So this is number 6, and we have the lip to match. And so I am really digging it, y'all. So if you want to try something like this, this is, again, this look over here, this eye, if you have similar colors, which I think we all have these colors, and these 3 are over here. And the only thing this did for the lid was just made it not so flat, not so matte, and I do like that look. And I also do kind of like the line that we see right here, because is it a cut crease or is it not? And I'm not saying it's a cut crease, but just having a sharp line, but then it's blended above the line. So I do think it has a place, and I do think it still looks good. And when I do this, you don't see it at all. I really enjoy this look. I'm glad we did this. We have look number 7 to do, which is just 3 shades. So we'll see what we can do with that. And I think for pictures, I'm going to do this, because this way it might be like kind of like, what's happening here? And I had an idea for other stuff. Like if this was a Halloween look and we were doing like a split face, I would use my white eyeliner and do something graphic on this side, and maybe like a yellow liner to do something graphic on this side of the face. I think that would be really cool. So now I'm thinking, do I want to do that after I finish this clip and after I do the short and all of that stuff? That's what I'm kind of thinking. I don't know, but hang tight. We'll be back for another 3 shadow look for look number 7, and then we'll be done with this Mario palette for a little while. Thank you for still being here, hanging out with me. We're going to start with Cotton Candy Chapstick. I have one Fenty Brow, Fenty Primer, Fenty Foundation. I wear shade 335. Primed my eyes with the Urban Decay Primer Potion. Y'all, it looks like it's not staying in the crease over here, and so I have applied more. It's just the way it comes out of here, it doesn't want to come out, it seems like, and it doesn't have a stopper to take out. But I did get it half off, so I'm not upset about it. But like, I don't know if you can see that gap like right there. So if the shadow goes on funny, as I usually say, we're going to blame it on the primer. But that's what it is. I'm excited because we have been scrotum deep, y'all, in this Mario palette. This is look number 7, grouping number 7, and it's these 3 right here, and it is called Cool Smoky Mattes. So this is what we're working with. So all over the lid, I'll hold it up. Let's just get started. Upper rims and lower lash line, matte color excess, stay the night, and this is what that color looks like. I pulled out, why did I pull out Midnight Snack? Oh, I think I'm gonna put Midnight Snack in my brows MAC fluid line, and we're going to go red Inglot number 79 for our upper lash line, because I want more color. So we're going to start with this blue. Ooh, and this is going to go all over the lid. Of course, this eye is tearing. What else is new? Nothing as far as my eyelid. Yo, I finally got up because I was having this dream that I was rushing. I don't even know where I was going in the dream, but I was just like rushing, trying to get all of my stuff together to get out. And this was 20 minutes before my alarm was set to go off. And I said, you know what, let me just get up. So I'm thinking maybe I would have been rushing later. I am doing a live stream tonight. You'll see that before this. I think I'm going to schedule this video for the 26th. Today is the 25th. And I received 2 deliveries, and I got an email notification today that something was out for delivery to me. And I'm like, what? And so I am excited about that. So that's going to be in the live too. And of course, we're going to do swatches. And yeah, so that's that. So I'm excited about that. I am excited that we've been really using this palette. We've used every shade at least twice, because the first 2 looks, if you remember, were these 2 columns, and the other eye was these 2. So that was the whole palette. And we've done, this is the 5th look since then. So this is look number 7. So we have really been, yeah, deep in this palette. There's a gap right here because it's tearing right there. If that continues to tear, maybe I'll put one of the shimmers there because that will cover that up. We did take it into the transition area a little bit, so that'll get us started for putting that gray up there. But also, I wanted to put something there in case the primer was trying to, I don't know, trying to crease or whatever. Let me know this. Do you set your, do you set your eyeshadow primer? And I do understand that some people do it because their lids are oily, and so they set their primer. And other people I've heard say, and even in the class, they say set the primer so it'll be a smooth surface for your brush to apply eyeshadow on. But this is what I don't get. But I do understand those two concepts. Sorry, poking in the eye with the brush. This is what I don't get. Okay, put on your eye primer, set your lid, set your primer with a translucent powder or a skin tone powder to make it easier to put your eyeshadow on. Why not just use the eyeshadow that you're going to use, or at least your transition shade that you're going to use, because most people go in with transition shade first. Why not just use that shade to set your primer and just don't set up here? I got shadow on my finger. How'd that get there? You know why? Because this blue is messy. I don't know if you can see in this corner over here, there is a bunch of powder, and it's down here as well. So that's how it ended up on my finger. Yeah, that's very powdery, which I don't care about. And we did not set the face because we want to be doing swatches on the face with some highlighter products. And so I don't even think I want to put blush on. But anyway, so let me know. Yeah, so that part I don't get. If you're going to put on eyeshadow anyway, just use your eyeshadow to set your primer. And I do know some people use concealer for primer because they may have more discoloration on their lid than I do. My discoloration on the lid is towards the inner corner, but it covers it up. Whatever shadow I use covers it up. So I don't, use primer to cover that. And I've never used concealer on my lid for no particular reason. I just never saw a need to do that. But I do understand that some people do use their concealer instead of eye primer. So here's something else. Here's another question. Help me understand, like seriously, I'm not being sarcastic. When people say they don't use eye primer, no, they'll say they don't prime their lids, but they use concealer. Isn't that still priming your lids? It's just not with a quote unquote eye primer, it's concealer. But aren't you still priming your lids to put on the eyeshadow? Let me know what you think about that. And I know I think different about some things, but seriously, explain that to me. Like, do you consider using concealer for your lid still priming the eye? We are feathering this up so that blend is really nice. This is eye is tearing over here also. So let me know what you think about that. Like, I'm not trying to start any stuff. I'm just trying to understand. I was going to use, this was the Hourglass number 3. We were going to use the Esom V27, but we're not, are we? Shoot. We're going to, I don't know if I want to do this. Yeah, we're going to take this Esom. I had this out. We're going to take another one because that one I had out for something else. But it's like, girl, you can use both. I know. This is the something. This is the V33. And we're going to tap into this black. Something is telling me I should do my transition first before I put this black. This is wet over here. So let me chill out. Let's come over here. So we're using this fluffy brush so that this isn't like super dark. Even though it is a black, this black, y'all, this black is like super black. So even though it's going to be smoky anyway, I don't want to do too much at one time. So that's why we're using a fluffy brush. I think my brows are good today, y'all, almost. So now I look at, because I be looking back here like, okay, almost. I do, and I learned that when I look back here, when I'm doing my brows, it gives me a better view versus just looking in the mirror down here. Because then I'm looking at them both. And I'm like, okay, this one needs to come over a little bit more. And that one straight hair I have like in here, I'm going to leave it there because that reminds me that that's where this brow kind of stops. So when I was tweezing over here, I kind of just over tweezed too much inward. So this is this. So Cool and Smoky is the name of this game. And I would really like for this to stop tearing. So we're just going to take a little bit and put it over here. Yo, I scrolled down Hung Van Gogh's page and I sent myself some of his videos that he did with hooded lids and hooded eyes, actually. His Fabulous Fiftiosity has hooded eyes. I have hooded lids. And I have done quite a few faces with hooded lids, but not so much hooded eyes. And so I'm like, look at this hole right here where my tear just wiped away the makeup. That hole. So I'm gonna probably put a shimmer in there because then it'll look a little bit better. And so yeah, I'm gonna be looking at his videos later today. And thank you to the members who did give me some ideas on what to do, because she didn't specify anything. She just said, I'm just excited what you're gonna do. And I said, I did a members only poll. And she says, oh, what did they say? And I'm like, I don't know yet. Because at that time, it was only like one answer. And so I said, I'm waiting for more answers. This side is more rounded than this side. And I know it's, I don't know. I was going to say, I don't know what I was saying. So I'm excited to play with her face. Oh gosh. Okay, so now what we're going to do, I really want this side to stop tearing. That red may be harsh up there. I'm going to do Contemplative State on the lid. I mean my upper lash line, because that will just add a little bit of color without being super bright. So we're going to take the clean one and we're going to go into this gray, which I'm thinking will just blend out this line, which is already blended though. But maybe I'll take this lower lash line. I kind of want to do the blue under there. But y'all, this is like super easy. Oh my gosh, I like it. Thank y'all for being here. I know this video is hella long. If you are here right now and you did not skip, let me see what emoji. Put an egg emoji. And that's weird because I don't eat eggs. My stomach won't hold them. So put an egg emoji, or just put the word egg somewhere in your comment. So I just want to see like who's here and didn't skip. Yes, y'all, I'm trying to find out. And I do know a lot of people skip and it doesn't bother me. But I usually can tell by the comments that people leave, or they may ask me something that I've said later on in the video, or, you know, just certain things we can tell. And Alexandra Nill did a video probably like a year ago at this point, maybe longer ago, where she said people telling themselves that they're not watching the whole video. And I was like, ooh, but it's okay. And I do get that quite often where someone will comment something and I'm like, they didn't watch the whole video. And that's okay. Like, no shame, no judgment. I'm just saying that we can tell. And what I do is, when I first start a video, because I do multitask, I'll start a video on my phone, like if I'm fixing something to eat or whatever. This eye is tearing upward. You see that? And I'll start a video on my phone, and so I'll put like, you know, an eye emoji with the eyes looking over, or I'll just put hey, hey, or something like that, just so they know I'm there. And as I'm watching or listening, or like once I start watching on my TV, if something strikes me, we're going to take that black. If something strikes me or they ask a question and I don't forget to go back, I'll go back on my phone and leave a second comment. You know what I'm saying? And so I do watch, even though I don't always leave comments about whatever question that they're asking, if that makes sense. Y'all, look at this. What the hell? Yeah, this eye's tearing horribly. But this is such an easy look. Right now I'm checking to see if it's the same amount of space. Excuse me. We're going to take the brush that had the gray. And we're going to edit out. Oh, lower lash line. Almost forgot. And it's not tearing downward, well, a little bit, but it's tearing over here. Oh, mascara. Lancome Sills Boost Mascara and Lancome Definicils. We're going to do that. I'm going to take the blue. And we're going to put this, we're going to start here because the other eye, the outer corner is wet. I do like this brush for versus the round one, but I like the round one too. The round one meaning this one. Ooh, shadow got in my eye. Oh, I like that. So we're going to edit out upper lash line, brows, and a lip. No, I'm not going to do a lip because we're going to be doing lip swatches in the live tonight. So yeah, when we come back, everything will be done. This is going to be it for this look. I did tap some more blue up here with the same brush, but you see it's still tearing. When I put the Inglot gel liner, this is number 79. When I put this up there, it did kind of stop the tearing a little bit because when this dries, it really dries. And so I think it acted as kind of a barrier for this shadow, but you can see where it's still like a gap right there. If you didn't want to take, let me show you this look. Another question. So we asked about 2 different things. So the third question is, do you think you'll recreate any of the looks that I've done? And for this look right here, and for each color combination, you can put the shadows, of course, wherever you want to. And as I was doing my mascara, which you can't see because the lid is so dark, I am glad that we put the red up there. That does add a little bit of color. We did not put anything in the brows. I'm like, girl, just calm down. So if you use these 3 and you don't want it to be this smoky, because it's going to be smoky, put this on your lid. And I'd say use the blue for your outer corner. And then use the black as an eyeliner if you don't want the whole thing to be this dark. So that's a little tidbit. So we're going to go. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. And yeah, don't forget the, what emoji did I say? An egg emoji. So as always, self-acceptance and self-love. That is the Crazy Troll Nation way. Thank you, and you will see me soon.